It's an honor to witness the symbolism of this day as you affirm your commitment to the medical profession while you train at the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV, Class of 2024. Wear these white coats with the same enormous sense of pride that we have in seeing you put them on for the first time.
I'm most excited about going into the community and helping everyone, but specifically those people who are at their most vulnerable state.
For our students, getting a white coat doesn't give them privilege, rather it gives them responsibility. It gives them responsibility to our profession, responsibility to protect confidentiality, to be professional, and to always do the best in the care for their patients.
To me, the white coat ceremony signifies getting the responsibility of taking care of patients.
I really like the emphasis that was given that, especially in the pledge, that we get to serve those around us, that we're there for other people.
To be up there with all my friends that I've already been going to school with for 2 years now, and to finally have this true ceremony and this true signifying event to show that I'm an actual med student, it really is, it's surreal, and I'm just so excited to be at this school.
It is the secret of good patient care is to care for the patient. Learn about your patients, learn about their lives, learn who they are, learn about their diseases, and consider them people and individuals. And with that, I wish the class of 2024 Godspeed. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV Commencement and Academic Hooding Ceremony. The event will begin momentarily. We ask you to take your seats and please silence your phones. Professional photography is being provided, so please remain in your seats throughout the ceremony. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Let's have a round of applause for the class of 2024. Say da 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 yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya da da ya da da ya da ya da da ya da la da 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 ya da la bai lum da 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 ya. Come on. Congratulations, baby. Come on, baby. I see you. Congratulations. We're so proud of you. da da da. Da 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 da. Da ya da da ya. Da 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 ya da. Da ya da da ya. Da la da ba ba da. Ba la da ba ba ya do. Ba la da ba da. Say lo ba da da ya. Oh da 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 ya da. Da ya da da ya. Da la da ba ba da. Da ya da da ya. Da 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 ya. Da ya da da ya. Da ya da da ya. Da ba la da da. Make some noise for the class of 2024. Da.
Well, we can have a seat. My name is Mark Kahn. I'm the Dean of the UNLV School of Medicine and Senior Vice President for Health Affairs. It's really my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 commencement for the awarding of the Doctor of Medicine degree. We're assembled to recognize and honor the members of the graduating class of 2024, which is actually the fourth class to graduate from the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine. This is also personal for me because I started at UNLV in 2020, so this is actually my class, so I really feel like in many ways we are connected. I'd now like us to rise for our national anthem, sung by Gary Fowler and accompanied by the UNLV Jazz Ensemble.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave?
Oh, if there's music in heaven, that's what it sounds like. Thank you, folks. I'd now like to acknowledge my colleagues and special guests seated on stage. I ask each of them to raise their hands as their names are called, but please let's hold our applause until everyone has been introduced. Dr. Keith Whitfield, President of UNLV. Dr. Chris Heavey, UNLV Executive Vice President and Provost. Ms. Patty Charlton, Chancellor, Nevada System of Higher Education. Ms. Amy Carvalho, Chair, Board of Regents, Nevada System of Higher Education. Ms. Heather Brown, Board of Regents, Nevada System of Higher Education. Dr. Jeffrey Young, Senior Director, Transforming Healthcare Workforce for the Association of American Medical Colleges. Dr. Young will shortly deliver today's keynote address. Dr. Robert Hernandez, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs and today's Grand Marshal. Dr. Barbara Atkinson, Dean Emeritus, Founding Dean of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV. Dr. John Files, Professor Emeritus and former Interim Dean, Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV. Ms. Joanne Strobe, Executive Associate Dean for Administration. Dr. Aaron Rogers, Assistant Professor, Family Medicine. Dr. Rogers was selected by the graduating class to lead them in the physician's oath. Dr. Allison Netsky, Vice Dean for Clinical Affairs and today's Faculty Marshal. Dr. Gary Shen, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Medical Education. Ms. Ann Diggins, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. Dr. Larry Alexander, Assistant Dean for Biomedical Science Education. Mr. Ron Bates, Associate Dean for Finance and Facilities and Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Mark Guadagnoli, Senior Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs. Dr. Kate Martin, Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education and Designated Institutional Official. Ms. Cindy Stella, Assistant Dean for Admissions, Recruitment, and Student Financial Services. Dr. Corinne Sullivan, Assistant Dean for Curriculum. Dr. Richard Benosa, Chair of Plastic Surgery. Dr. Lisa Durrett, Chair of Psychiatry and Behavioral Health. Dr. David Jackson, Endowed Chair, Gynecologic Surgery and Obstetrics. Dr. Myra Jones Betancourt, Assistant Professor of Pediatrics. Dr. Alyssa Palmer, Chair of Family and Community Medicine and Interim Dean for Continuing Medical Education. Dr. Aditi Singh, Associate Professor, Internal Medicine. Dr. Randy St. Hill, Chair of Surgery. And Dr. Robert Wong, Chair of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery. Let's hear a round of applause for the school leadership. So earlier this week, we had our Voices of Gratitude event to let our students thank their scholarship donors. I want to again acknowledge the financial support from our donors and the community, and just to remind everybody that this makes an incredible difference in the lives of our students. Let's have a round of applause for them. For the next set of introductions, I would ask each person or group to stand and be recognized. Dr. Michael Patros, President of the graduating class and today's Student Marshal. Soon to be Dr. Patros was also selected by his classmates to deliver today's student address. Hooders who have been invited by the graduates to participate in the hooding ceremony, the remaining faculty of the School of Medicine, and the leaders of other colleges and departments. Let's have a round of applause. So, I stand here with really awe and humility for this class. I'm continually amazed by who our students are, where they've come from, where they're going, and I can't wait to see what they're going to become. I want to talk a little bit about the most famous doctor I knew growing up. His name was Theodore Geisel. Does anybody know who he is? He's Dr. Seuss. And well after I was a kid, Dr. Seuss wrote a book, Oh, the Places You Will Go. And in it he says, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. So I want the graduates to think about that a little bit. I remember when I graduated medical school and I was an intern, a place where the graduates are going to be very soon. There were things that we did. Dr. Hernandez and others in the group remember this. We gave people digoxin for heart failure. We gave aminophylline for COPD. We started heparin drips. I had patients in hepatorenal syndrome who we put in tubs to facilitate diuresis. I did my own gram stains, I did my own blood smears, and I did my own urinalyses. These are all things that probably are foreign to most of the people about to graduate today. Oh, the places you're going to go. I used to sit around with my fellow residents, and we talk about, what are going to be the great advances in healthcare during our lifetime. And I was an internist, so we talked about the internal medicine subspecialties mostly, and we said, well, in infectious disease, there's going to be another epidemic. For us, it was HIV, at the time, a uniformly fatal disease. And we knew that there were interns and residents who acquired HIV through blood sticks and the like. But these were our patients, and we had to take care of them. So we said, HIV will probably be cured or will become a chronic disease, and there'll be new antibiotics. For cardiology, we said, probably less role for surgeons. Sorry to the surgeons in the room, but probably more will be done in a less invasive fashion. For endocrinology, at the time, we had insulin and its various forms, and we had sulfonylureas, but we didn't have complicated diabetes drugs like we do now. In fact, diabetes was a much simpler disease back then. For nephrology, we thought, we'd have alternatives to dialysis, and I thought I may finally understand the kidney someday. The students appreciate that. The kidney's a complex organism. And for hematology oncology, we said that's going to be the field that's going to have the greatest changes. And I think we were right. I chose hem-onc for that reason. And now we have immunotherapy, and it's really going to change. And in your lifetime, the students in this room about to graduate, you will see many cancers become chronic diseases. We're starting to see it now, but it's just really exciting as we understand the immune system, what we're able to do. I think that for your class, we'll see transplanted organs being done across species. We're already seeing that. I think from a surgical perspective, we're going to see telesurgery, where you don't have to be in the same room or the same city or maybe even the same continent to do surgery. I think we're going to understand aging better, and I think artificial intelligence is going to change each and everything that we do. So for the class of 2024, I want you to think about the places you will go. Dr. Seuss ends with, so be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Class of 2024, good luck, good careers, Godspeed. Thank you. It's now my honor and privilege to welcome to the podium Dr. Keith Whitfield, president of UNLV. Dr. Whitfield took over leadership of UNLV in August of 2020, several months after I came here, and again in the middle of the pandemic. Prior to becoming president of the university, Dr. Whitfield served as the provost, senior vice president of academic affairs, and professor of psychology at Wayne State University in Michigan. He's been an active researcher, authoring or co-authoring over 200 publications, and earning nearly $20 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health, National Institute of Aging, and the National Science Foundation. Dr. Whitfield earned his bachelor's degree in psychology from the College of Santa Fe and his PhD from Texas Tech. He completed postdoctoral training in quantitative genetics at the University of Colorado Boulder. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Keith Whitfield.
Well, good afternoon. I guess we can just stop here then. Don't worry about anything. No. Good afternoon. Welcome. There we go. Welcome to our friends, our family, residents, and most of all, welcome graduates to the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine's Class of 2024 Commencement and Academic Hooding Ceremony. It's really a thrill for me to be here and to watch you take your first steps into your new lives as physicians. Equipped with the knowledge and training that you've gained at UNLV, your passion for medicine and the compassion you have for others is going to shine through. We've each seen each other a lot this week at various celebrations, being able to see each other in different hallways, but boy, this is the big one. I'm so happy to be here with all of you all because we're celebrating an incredible accomplishment today. But you know, as great as that accomplishment is, think about it though. You did not do it alone. There's no such thing as a self-made man or woman. We are all influenced by the people around us. And as you know through medical school, you are influenced by the people around you and your family and your friends. So what I'd like to do now for you graduates, let's take a moment to share some of your much-deserved appreciation for all those friends, families, spouses, partners, and other significant others that have supported you on your journey. Let's give them a round of applause. It's of course quite clear that you've made a lot of sacrifices to get here today. But you know, they have made sacrifices too, so that they could see this day. And they've earned the pride that they feel as they watch you advance into your new professional careers. As a parent of a daughter who graduated from medical school, see, I tell that every single time, you get parent credits for it. I know how they feel. It's an incredible feeling. It's an incredible sense of pride of what you have been able to accomplish. And I'm happy for all of you all too. The importance of today's ceremony cannot be overstated. Consider that you are only the 4th graduating class of this incredible Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine. Now, there's no doubt that this journey was peppered with adversity, but it's a noble journey, and one that has strengthened your resolve and deepened your roots to UNLV and to Las Vegas. You've chosen a profession of service and a commitment to help others. Graduates, I know I keep saying this, but Southern Nevada really needs you. No pressure. I know that some of you all are staying here to continue your learning as residents in Southern Nevada, but wherever your pathway takes you on your professional journey, carry with you the pride that you are a graduate of UNLV, and you know you will always be welcome here at home. So even if you leave for a time, I hope that you'll consider returning to Las Vegas to share your skills with our community. You worked so very hard and have earned this day. You represent the spirit of UNLV because you are UNLV strong. We honor you, we celebrate you, and we're immensely proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Whitfield, for your inspirational words. It's now my honor and privilege to welcome to the podium the Chair of the Board of Regents, Ms. Amy Carvalho.
Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty and staff, proud families, and most importantly, the graduates of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine here at UNLV. It is my honor to stand before you today as the chair of the Board of Regents of the Nevada System of Higher Education. Today is a day of immense significance, a day that marks not only the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, but also the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. As you walk across this stage and receive your diplomas, you're not only becoming medical school graduates, you are stepping into a profession that is nothing short of sacred. As future physicians, you are poised to become leaders in healthcare, advocates for your patients, and agents of change in our communities. The knowledge and skills you have acquired during your time at UNLV will empower you to confront the challenges of our time with compassion, integrity, and resilience. While this is a monumental milestone that I hope you will all take to celebrate and revel in, now is when the real work begins as you start your residencies and fellowships. These next steps are crucial in shaping you into the skilled and compassionate physicians that our communities rely on. As you are handed your diplomas, remember that they are more than just ink on paper. They symbolize countless hours of hard work, determination, and dedication to continuous growth and learning. Carry them with pride, knowing that you are now part of a proud tradition of excellence within the Nevada system of higher education. None of this would be possible without the incredible faculty and staff who have dedicated themselves to your success. To the professors who have challenged you, inspired you, and believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself, we owe a debt of gratitude. And let us not forget the families and loved ones who have stood by your side every step of the way. To the parents, siblings, partners, and children who have supported you, encouraged you, and celebrated your achievements, we say thank you. As you embark on this next chapter of your lives, I urge you to never forget the values instilled in you by your alma mater: a commitment to excellence, a dedication to lifelong learning, and a passion for service. Congratulations, graduates. The Nevada system of higher education is proud to call you alumni, and we cannot wait to see the incredible things that you accomplish in the years to come. Thank you.
It's now my honor and privilege to introduce today's keynote speaker. So Dr. Jeffrey Young. Dr. Young currently leads the Transforming the Healthcare Workforce portfolio, which seeks to diversify the healthcare workforce with the Association of American Medical Colleges. So actually, Dr. Young, Dr. Hernandez, and I met, decades ago. We'll leave it at that. Probably 3 decades ago, through our work at the AAMC. All of us were student affairs deans and young student affairs deans at that time. And when Dr. Hernandez and I talked about speakers, we are really pleased to be able to get Dr. Young here today. Dr. Young's work focuses on the education, professional development, and wellness of future healthcare workers, and on creating viable pathways for historically marginalized communities to enter the healthcare profession. His team is recognized as a leader in holistic review and selection of pre-medical and applicant resources, providing inspiration, resources, data, and tools so that anyone can aspire to a career in medicine. Throughout his career, Dr. Young has sought to integrate diversity, equity, access, and inclusion principles and practices into policies, services, and programs, really across the medical education curriculum. He brings deep expertise in undergraduate medical education services. Before joining the AAMC in 2011, Dr. Young served in leadership positions in medical school admissions, student affairs at Rutgers University Robert Wood Johnson, the Virginia Commonwealth University School of Medicine, and the Medical College of Georgia. Dr. Young earned his BA from Hampton University and his MA and PhD in clinical psychology from The Ohio State University. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Young to give our keynote address.
Well, good afternoon. We can do a little bit better, right? Good afternoon. Thank you. It's really an honor to be here today, and I just really want to just share a few thoughts with you this afternoon. So first, I just want to say to Dean Kahn, Dr. Hernandez, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the incredible Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine graduates at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Today marks a monumental milestone in each of your lives. As you sit here before us, adorned in your academic regalia, You radiate with accumulation of years of hard work, dedication, and unwavering determination. Today, you officially join the ranks of the medical profession, embarking on a noble and profoundly impactful journey. I stand before you as a speaker who appreciates your journey to becoming a physician. I'm not a physician, nor do I play one on television. I'm a clinical psychologist, as Dr. Khan noted, and I have spent most of my career in medical education. I provided behavioral health care to various patient populations, including medical and PA students. I also worked as a student and multicultural affairs dean at Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in New Jersey. And before arriving at the AAMC 13 years ago, I was the admissions dean of the Medical College of Georgia. I've had the honor and the privilege of working with and learning from learners like you. Each of you stands at the threshold of uncertainty, filled with excitement and perhaps a touch of apprehension about what the future holds. If you feel that way, please know that it is normal. Today, I can assure you that the journey you are about to undertake is one of immense fulfillment, unparalleled learning, and boundless opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. So as I prepared my remarks today, I reviewed your school's website and requested intel on your class to ground my comments for you today. I was struck by the school's What Makes Us Distinctive page, and I quote, "The Doctor of Medicine, MD program is rooted in relationships between faculty and students, physicians and patients, school and community. The basic mission is simple: to educate physicians who will improve the health of Nevadans." True to your mission, a commendable 31% of you are dedicating yourselves to primary care, which we could include internal medicine, pediatrics, and family medicine, underscoring your commitment to serving as the backbone of our healthcare system. Further, the majority of you, 57% for PGY1 and 48% for the entirety of your training, will remain in Nevada. Those choices and commitments directly reflect your school's mission, addressing the essential healthcare needs of Nevada's diverse community. I also understand that for the first time in your school's history, psychiatry has risen to match internal medicine in the choices of your graduates, signaling a sea change in the recognition of mental health's critical role in our society's well-being. As a psychologist, that has a special place for me. This shift reflects your acute awareness of the evolving healthcare landscape and the needs of those you will serve. Your class also has several additional firsts. One of you is the first in the school's history to match in child neurology. Another is the first to do a combined emergency medicine, internal medicine residency. And 4 are matched in orthopedics. Oh, and I can't forget that one of you matched in general surgery in Hawaii. Is that how that goes? All right. Again, another first. These milestones highlight the diverse talents within your class and the broad spectrum of needs you will meet in the healthcare system. I also want to acknowledge that your class has navigated unprecedented challenges and adapted to changes that have reshaped the landscape of medical education and healthcare. You started your medical education in the midst of a global pandemic, adapting to new virtual learning environments, and facing disruptions that tested your resilience and determination. You were the first to embark on your medical school journey with a pass-fail grading system for USMLE Step 1, which is a significant shift. And you've navigated alterations to the residency application process, including the introduction of program signaling. Your journey, marked by firsts, the challenges, and the triumphs, stands, again, as a testament to your resilience, dedication, and the profound impact that you are poised to make in the world of medicine. As you step into your next phase of your careers, remember that medicine is not just about treating illness, but fostering hope, promoting healing, and making a tangible difference in the lives that you serve. Said differently, amidst the complexity of the medical profession, I implore you to never lose sight of your humanity. In a field where technology like artificial intelligence and advances abound, it's easy to become consumed by the business of medicine and forget the art of healing. In my humble opinion, the true essence of medicine resides in the simple acts of compassion, empathy, and kindness. One of my favorite quotes is by Bob Kerrey, the former governor of Nebraska, and I quote, "Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Kindness that catches us by surprise brings out the best in our natures." Very simple. I hope that resonates with some of you. As you navigate the complexities of the healthcare system, remember to advocate not only for your patients, but also for societal change. Addressing social determinants of health, combating health disparities, and promoting health equity are integral components of your role as physicians and agents of change. In the years ahead, you will encounter triumphs and challenges, moments of joy and sorrow, victories and defeats. You will witness life's fragility and the human spirit's resilience. You will forge bonds with patients that transcends the confines of the hospital walls, that will leave an indelible mark on your hearts. And I say that because many of you are likely to live in the communities that you serve, which is really important. As a clinical psychologist, I also ask you to please take care of yourselves. As you care for others, please give yourself permission to take care of yourselves physically, spiritually, behaviorally, and emotionally. When you feel overwhelmed and exhausted, acknowledge those feelings and give yourself permission to slow down and exhale. Take time to nurture those relationships that nurture you. Establish new communities while leaning on your existing communities of mentors, role models, friends, and family members. You are too valuable not to care for yourselves. As you embark on your residencies and beyond, carry with you the lessons of adaptability, compassion, and innovation that you've learned here at your school. Your school has given you the tools to heal, comfort, and change lives. Embrace lifelong learning and value collaboration. Above all, never lose sight of the privilege and the responsibility of being a physician. Your patients will entrust you with their most intimate concerns, hopes, and fears. Cherish that privilege and let it serve as a constant reminder of the profound impact you have the potential to make in the lives of others. I say this not only as a clinician, but also as a patient. So as I mature, AKA age or get old, my interactions with doctors of various specialties have increased. My wife, Karen, says, well, Jeff, that's the price of living. Okay. But I realize that with each doctor encounter, I bring my fears, apprehension, hopes, and history of good and negative interactions with the healthcare system. I also bring a level of privilege to those encounters. I've worked in medical education for most of my career, as I stated earlier, and I know people who know people, right? Nonetheless, your patients deserve the same level of respect, regardless of their fate in life. So in closing, I want to offer my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. Today you stand on the precipice of a new chapter in your life, poised to embark on a journey that is as challenging as rewarding. Embrace their journey with courage, humility, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The world awaits your healing touch, compassionate care, and dedication to the noble profession of medicine. So congratulations, class of 2024. Go forth and make a meaningful impact in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Young, for really your inspiring message. Let's have a round of applause for Dr. Young. I'll now ask President Keith Whitfield to join me in conferring the degree Doctor of Medicine to the graduates. Will the graduates for the degree Doctor of Medicine please rise? Let's put some lights on in the house if we can. President Whitfield, having fulfilled all of the necessary requirements, I have the honor to present to you these graduates for receipt of the Doctor of Medicine degree.
It's with utmost pride that I confer unto you, the fourth graduating class of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV, the Doctor of Medicine degree. The degree signifies that you qualify to join the profession of medicine and that you accept the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of a physician.
Congratulations, doctors. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Let's have a round of applause. Graduates, please be seated. I'd now like to acknowledge my friend and colleague, Dr. Robert Hernandez, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Gary Shin, Assistant Dean for Clinical Education, and Ms. Ann Diggins, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, who will present diplomas and the academic hoods to the graduates.
Dr. Jovan Alvarez. Dr. Alvarez is being hooded by Diana Alvarez. Dr. Sean Anderson. Dr. Anderson is being hooded by Nusrat Anderson. Dr. Brandon Barrett. Dr. Barrett is being hooded by Nishma Barrett. Dr. Bida Bashi. Dr. Bashi is being hooded by Dr. Majid Bashi. Dr. Rhett Boss. Dr. Boss is being hooded by Nicole Boss. Dr. Fadel Bumuham. Dr. Bumuham is being hooded by Bilal Bumuham. Dr. John Brackett. Dr. Brackett is being hooded by Violetta Dain. Dr. Lena Chan. Dr. Chan is being hooded by John Miko. Dr. Celica Glenn Cabral Cosme. Dr. Cosme is being hooded by Dr. Justin Bowsen. Dr. Michael Petros. Dr. Petros is being hooded by Joseph Petros. Dr. Andrew Cruz. Dr. Cruz is being hooded by Dr. Audrey Sue Cruz. Dr. Marielos D'Agostino Arriaga. Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga is being hooded by Catherine D'Agostino. How are we doing so far? Good, good. Dr. Skylar Davidson. Dr. Davidson is being hooded by Dr. Jeff Davidson. Dr. Nicole DeAngeli. Dr. DeAngeli is being hooded by Dr. Gabriel Lewis. Dr. Matthew Dietz. Dr. Dietz is being hooded by Kenneth Dietz. Dr. Christy Lee Carpenter Duguid. Dr. Duguid is being hooded by William David Duguid. Dr. Jordan Dolan. Dr. Dolan is being hooded by Trish Dolan. Dr. Danielle Elizabeth Eames. Dr. Eames is being hooded by Harold David Eames. Dr. Sophia Georgie. Dr. Georgie is being hooded by Loris Hanna. Dr. Pedro Miguel Gonzalez Jr. Dr. Gonzalez Jr. is being hooded by Andrea Gonzalez. Congratulations again. Dr. Cameron Harris. Dr. Harris is being hooded by Yvette Harris. Dr. Carmen Hollyfield. Dr. Hollyfield is being hooded by Dr. Lauren Hollyfield. Dr. Kim Inseong. Dr. Inseong is being hooded by Evelyn Inseong. Dr. Katerina Jaworski. Dr. Jaworski is being hooded by Roman Jaworski. Dr. Arbab Khalid. Dr. Khalid is being hooded by Khalid Masood. Dr. Shireen Kambizian. Dr. Kambizian is being hooded by Marco Angulo. Dr. Cynthia Lee. Dr. Lee is being hooded by Dr. H.L. Greenberg. Dr. Genesis Grisel Leon. Dr. Leon is being hooded by Graciela Danae Rivera. Dr. Daniel Lyde. Dr. Lyde is being hooded by Julie Lyde. Dr. Keegan Lott. Dr. Lott is being hooded by Mackenzie Lott. Dr. Rylan McDermott. Dr. McDermott is being hooded by Dr. Carrie McDermott. Dr. Nader Mehrgani. Dr. Mehrgani is being hooded by Roya Samadani. Dr. Joshua Mellinson. Dr. Mellinson is being hooded by Robert Mellinson. Dr. Oscar Monterosa. Dr. Monterosa is being hooded by Dr. David Obert. Dr. Marvi Atienza Moreno. Dr. Moreno is being hooded by Martes Atienza Moreno. Dr. Samantha Mujica. Dr. Mujica is being hooded by George Carell. Dr. Keith Norda. Dr. Norda is being hooded by Dr. J. Cal Norda.
Woo! That's my brother!
Dr. Kevin Norda. Dr. Norda is being hooded by Dr. J. Cal Norda. Dr. Diana Nori. Dr. Nori is being hooded by Mosabra Nori. Dr. Daniel Otua. Dr. Otua is being hooded by Dr. Samson Otua. Dr. Elizabeth Park. Dr. Park is being hooded by Natasha Park. Dr. Deepal Patel. Dr. Patel is being hooded by Dr. Manish Patel. Dr. Mario Premyanov. Dr. Premyanov is being hooded by Dr. Badrunisa Hanif. Dr. Ryan Ricci. Dr. Ricci is being hooded by Dr. Jamal Malou. Dr. Mark Ringer. Dr. Ringer is being hooded by Marcia Castillo. Dr. Douglas Sakes. Dr. Sakes is being hooded by Dr. Trina Brodsky. Dr. Alyssa Schreck. Dr. Schreck is being hooded by Jennifer Panning. Dr. Melanie Shackelford. Dr. Shackelford is being hooded by Annalisa Shackelford. Dr. Kajal Shrestha. Dr. Shrestha is being hooded by Dr. Praman Shrestha. Dr. Blake Seek. Dr. Seek is being hooded by Brenda Trujillo. Dr. Sean Slattery. Dr. Slattery is being hooded by Dr. David Slattery. Dr. Danielle Struck. Dr. Struck is being hooded by Dr. Kag Aglinski Benjamin. Dr. Kira Sultan. Dr. Sultan is being hooded by Iqbal Hussain. Dr. Andrea T. Dr. T is being hooded by Dr. Serena T. Dr. Shelby Thomas. Dr. Thomas is being hooded by Jane Thomas. Dr. Nicole Tuzard. Dr. Tuzard is being hooded by Giancarlo Tuzard. Dr. Jacob Villarama. Dr. Villarama is being hooded by Rowena Villarama. Dr. Riley Wagner. Dr. Wagner is being hooded by Dr. Bailey Bundy Wagner. Dr. Christopher Williams. Dr. Williams is being hooded by Jennifer Williams.
Have one final round of applause for the graduates. I'd like to take the liberty to go off script a little bit. I'd like the graduates to stand, and I want you to turn around, and I want you to thank the folks that got you to this point. The class of 2024, thank you. Dr. Barbara Atkinson served as the founding dean for the UNLV School of Medicine from 2014 to 2020. In that role, she created the vision and education program for the school, built strong regional and legislative support, and hired a core team of academic faculty and staff. Working with her team and the assembled Community Advisory Board, she led the effort to align the school's mission with the healthcare needs of the Southern Nevada community and region. She led an effort to raise $13.5 million in less than 60 days to fund scholarships for future medical students, including the entirety of the initial class. Dr. Atkinson has served in multiple leadership roles before coming to UNLV. In fact, she's the only woman in the United States to lead not one, not two, but 3 medical schools. We continue to benefit from her visionary leadership in her role as Dean Emeritus, and I continue to benefit from her keen counsel. In fact, to show that the places you go, as I said in my talk, Dr. Atkinson actually taught me pathology as a young first-year medical student. And Dr. Atkinson, I'm not going to say the year. How about that? Okay? Long time ago. In honor of Dr. Atkinson's service and contributions to the development of this school, we created the Dr. Barbara Atkinson Service and Leadership Award. This award recognizes a graduating senior who has demonstrated outstanding community service and leadership throughout their matriculation. This award was made possible through a generous donation by Deborah and Gary Ackerman. In fact, award is so special, it's the only award that we give during graduation. This year's award recipient is a very special young physician, Dr. Marielos D'Agostino Arriaga. Dr. Arriaga, please join me at the podium, and if Dr. Atkinson could join me as well. Congratulations, Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga. So a few words about her. Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga has had an exceptional career at our school. She's held numerous leadership positions, including being selected by her classmates for the past 4 years to serve as their representative for the School Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. She served as the vice president for the Latino Medical Student Association and as a leader for the American Medical Women's Association. Across all of Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga's service and leadership is helping to bring up the next generation of future physicians and healthcare professionals. She's led a team of other students to develop the Future Leaders in Medicine program, outreach to middle school students in Las Vegas to encourage them to consider a career in STEM, and is a testament to her commitment to the school and community that she was inducted into the Gold Humanism Honor Society in recognition of her service and commitment to others. Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga will be continuing her medical education in pediatrics with the Stanford Pediatrics Residency Program in California. But Marielos, you're going to come back to Las Vegas when you're done. She pointed thumbs up. Please join me in congratulating Dr. D'Agostino Arriaga, this year's recipient of the Barbara Atkinson Service and Leadership Award. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you today's student speaker, Dr. Michael Patros. Dr. Patros serves as the senior class president and was selected by his class to speak on the students' behalf. An outstanding leader, Dr. Patros has served as class president all 4 years. In that role, he's guided his classmates from their first year of medical school. He co-founded the Middle Eastern and South Asian Medical Student Association and works throughout medical school to mentor younger students and manage school-wide student elections. I'll be welcoming him as one of our residents during orientation next month, when he begins his residency in psychiatry at the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine Psychiatric Residency Program. Dr. Patros, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Dean Khan. Esteemed faculty, honored guests, cherished families and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2024. As we stand here today on the precipice of new beginnings, it's hard not to reflect on the journey that brought us here. This journey, our journey, has been unlike any other, consisting not just of learning and growth, but of overcoming the unprecedented and embracing the unknown. Throughout our time at this institution, we've encountered challenges and changes that have demanded resilience and adaptation. And from navigating the complexities of a global health crisis to mastering the demanding material while adjusting to a new way of learning at a new institution, our path was unconventional, though we rose to every occasion. And in doing so, we've developed a reputation for being fiercely independent and innovative, much to the occasional exasperation of our administration. It seemed we marched to the beat of our own drum, often vanishing, only to come back with results that spoke for themselves. We not only met every expectation, but we exceeded them. We often joke that we were the forgotten child of the school, missing out on traditional experiences due to some special circumstances that seemed tailor-made for us, and yet these unique trials taught us lessons that we can't really learn from textbooks or lectures. In medicine, where each patient's story is distinct, and every day can bring new challenges and a new set of rules, our unique journey has equipped us with the maturity and resilience that might otherwise take years to foster, and that is perhaps unmatched by any previous class before us. This resilience, paired with an ever-growing compassion and empathy, has prepared us to lead the future of medicine. Like many of you, my roots are here in Las Vegas. I actually grew up playing ice hockey here in this desert city long before we had any dreams of championships or professional teams. We were just 9 kids who loved the game, traveling to states where the sport was a legacy, surprising everyone with our skill and our passion, to the awe of the families who thought that the idea of hockey in Vegas was laughable. I recall one conversation between a California mom and my dad where she was noting that, you guys came out of nowhere and your kids play like they're so established. Is there even an ice rink in Las Vegas? And when my dad explained that we practiced and skated at the ice rink at the Fiesta Hotel and Casino, she replied, "Oh." And with an air of concern and curiosity, she went on, "Do you guys do everything in a casino?" So anyone who's been here a while knows that this theme is very typical of the city. It has a way of bringing together extraordinary people under circumstances that those on the outside looking in would otherwise consider hopeless and might count right off. And just as it's doing now in producing the future leaders of healthcare and to set a new standard. This spirit and this ability to achieve the unimaginable, it's a thread that runs deep in the fabric of our city and in each of us as well. Today we stand as graduates not just of any medical school, but of a city known for its trailblazers and innovators. We are the product of a community that embraces the impossible, a community that builds hockey champions in the desert, and world-class medical institutions where none would otherwise be expected. We are the living proof that barriers are meant to be broken, and the extraordinary is always possible. As we step forward, we carry with us not only our medical degrees, but a mandate to transform healthcare. We often speak of changing the culture of medicine and of pioneering a new approach that centers on true compassion and unequivocal care for all. This change requires a unique blend of a strong will and a soft heart, traits that our experiences have helped us develop here at Kirk Kerkorian. Today, as I look around this room, filled with pride and promise, I see a group of individuals who are ready to charge into the battlefield of healthcare. We are ready to fight for the right way of doing things, and for those who lack the voice or the power to do so themselves. Our education has been about more than science. It has been about learning from each other, from our community, and becoming leaders who will forge new paths in medicine. I'm immensely proud to have walked this path with you, my classmates. You have challenged me, supported me, and inspired me, and together we have built a foundation of not just knowledge, but of shared experience and mutual respect that will serve us well as we move forward in our careers as physicians. To our families, friends, and the faculty who have supported us every step of the way, you have laughed with us, cried with us, and believed in us, even when we couldn't believe in ourselves. This day, this achievement belongs as much to you as it does to us. We're here because of your unyielding support and unwavering belief in our potential. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. To my mom and dad, thank you for giving me all the love and support in the world. Your example is the one I hope to live up to every day. And finally, I would like to thank all of the faculty who have gotten us here, working tirelessly on our education. And in particular, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our Assistant Dean of Student Affairs, Dean Ann Diggins. And on behalf of the entire class, I want to express our most sincere and heartfelt thank you. Through all the challenges, yours was the voice that always fought for us, advocated for us, and never wavered in your belief in our potential. From day one, we felt your guidance and support, and we could not have gotten here without you. And it's for that reason when it came time to choose a speaker who would reflect on our experience, yours was unanimously the name that came up among all of our classmates. So class of 2024, as we look to the future, let us carry forward the spirit of innovation, resilience, and compassion that has defined our time here. Let us be the doctors who not only heal, but also change the world, one patient, one challenge, one once-in-a-lifetime scenario at a time. And let's show the world what it means to be trained in Las Vegas, to carry forward the legacy of a city that defies odds and redefines excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Patros, for your kind words. Let's have a round of applause for Dr. Patros. The class of 2024 has invited Ms. Ann Diggins, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, to offer her reflections on the class. Ms. Diggins has been serving as the class of 2024 den mother, advisor, caterer, cheerleader, tailor, and supporter throughout the students' time in medical school. I know it's an honor for them to have Ms. Diggins speak, and it's an honor for Ms. Diggins to actually speak to the class. I invite her to the podium.
Thank you so much, class of 2024. Although I have to say, following Dr. Patros is a tall order as a speaker. He's so great at when he talks to all of you. Today is the culmination of your dreams and your hard work. You have made it. Congratulations. This truly is a momentous milestone on your journey to becoming a physician, and as your Student Affairs Dean, it is my privilege to share the joy of this day alongside each of you, your families, and your faculty. Just 49 days ago, we celebrated your match results, and today you wear your academic hood, and you have received your degree, marking the end of this part of your journey. To paraphrase a renowned figure, historically, today marks the end of the beginning for class of 2024. I encourage each of you to take time to reflect on the path that has led you to this day. Medical school is always challenging, but as you've heard from speakers today, and as each of you know, you have faced special challenges. Navigating a global pandemic, enduring online medical school for almost 2 years, and for many of you, helping your family members navigate sudden unemployment and illness. For some of you today, there are loved ones that are not here to celebrate your achievement. You started medical school in July of 2020 at a time when in-person gatherings were prohibited and experienced in orientation in a box. I vividly recall the challenge of identifying each of you beyond your small Zoom screens or behind your masks when you could return to campus. I want to share 2 memories which stand out to me about the class of 2024. Have I made you nervous yet? The school organized a welcome picnic when you finally could come to campus. It was May, but it was uncharacteristically cool that day in Las Vegas. And as we gathered on the lawn at Shadow Lane, the wind started to blow, the temperature dropped further, and it actually began hailing. And your class president, Dr. Patros, looked around and said, "This is starting to feel personal." Yet in true class of 2024 fashion, you adapted. The event moved indoors, you remained positive, you took the opportunity to forge bonds in person, some of you meeting for the first time. My other favorite memory of the class of 2024 is the evacuation of Shadow Lane due to a fire in the student lounge. You knew we weren't going to get through this without the fire story. And it was in the middle of your first shelf exam, and what did the class want to do? Keep taking the test. And I want to be clear, this was not a drill. There was actually a fire in the garbage can of the student lounge. And this strength of spirit and this tenacity is what makes each of you so special to me. The year you were admitted to medical school, there were some students who decided, even after acceptance, that they no longer wanted to be a physician in the face of that pandemic. But not those of you seated here today. You showed up, class of 2024. And you resolved to persevere on your path to becoming a physician and serving the communities. This underscores to me that medicine is not just a profession for each of you, it is also a calling. And I want you to remember you answered that call in a time of great uncertainty in healthcare. I'm honored the class asked me to share thoughts with them today. It's such an important day for each of you and your families, and I've thought about what I wanted to say to you, what I could say that would have some meaning. First, I want to thank you. Thank you for entrusting me with your stories, the pivotal moments in your lives, that I've been allowed to be a spectator for, the laughter and memory shared during your time in medical school. It's been an honor to be part of your journey. I cherish each of the stories and the moments that you've shared, but I do not walk in your shoes. I will not know how it feels to deliver a baby or to announce the time of a patient's death. But what I do know is the physician's touch as my father neared death, my gratitude I felt as a mother during childbirth, and the relief of hearing of my husband's successful surgery. So never underestimate the impact that your care of others will have. I urge each of you to remember the impact you've already had as student physicians. And on the days in residency when you are tired and overwhelmed, or when you despair that you cannot learn all you need to be an excellent physician, remember that, yes, you can. Remember why you are here today and answering that call of medicine, and that will help get you through those tough days. Take time to cherish the triumphs as well. The exhilaration when you're attending tells you, good job today, when you do know the answer. The gratitude of a patient's family when you give them an update. Being a physician grants you the privilege to stand with your patients at some of the most difficult and joyous moments of their lives. And I know each of you embraced that when you answered the call to become physicians. Each of you possesses the knowledge, skills, and compassion to excel wherever this journey is taking you next. I also want to add my thanks to your parents, spouses, partners, and family, and acknowledge once again that tremendous support system I know each of you have had. Just as you started school in the midst of a pandemic, your family started medical school in a way as well during that time, and they have stood by you every step of the way. I know as you're celebrating today, you're taking time to thank all of those who've stood with you. Please also know that everyone here at the School of Medicine is standing behind you, celebrating your achievements every step of your way. We could not be prouder of the class of 2024. And may your future be everything you've wished for. Congratulations. I can't wait to see what comes next for each of you. Thank you so much.
I'd now like to ask Dr. Aaron Rogers to come forward and lead the graduates in taking the physician oath. Dr. Rogers is an assistant professor and the clerkship director for family medicine. He's also facilitator for problem-based learning. He has been one of the beloved professors for the class since their first year of medical school. In fact, he was honored last night with the teaching award. The class of 2024 selected Dr. Rogers to lead them in their oath today. Dr. Rogers. For those of you who want to follow, by the way, the oath is in today's program.
Good afternoon, everyone. That's good enough. First, I want to thank you, the class of 2024, for giving me this great privilege of leading you in taking this all-important oath. I am extremely honored and grateful to be here today. In a moment, as we stand up and say the words of this oath, I sincerely hope that you will truly think about and take to heart what you are pledging to do from this day forward. So, now I would like to ask, or request rather, I guess I don't have the power to order you anymore, to please stand up, class of 2024, and turn around and face your friends and family. As you do that, in a moment we will now recite this oath, which demonstrates your commitment and dedication to your parents, community, the medical profession, and to your own health and well-being as you start your medical careers. Faculty and any physicians in the audience are also welcome to join the students as they recite the oath. Graduates, please recite after me. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I'll say that along with you just in case. I will not permit of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate the human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you.
So what I'd like to do now is just to have a moment to reflect on what this means. The Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine is about to graduate, has already graduated technically, its 4th class. We've put about 240 some students out. We hope to get all of you back. And this is really, really a momentous day. I'd now like everyone to stand for the alma mater, which can be found in the back of the commencement program, and ask for the alma mater, please remain standing. We're going to pause on the alma mater. I'm sorry. Unless you want me to sing it, and I don't know the words. President Whitfield, no, and the provost. Okay, no alma mater today. Good news. So please join me as I present the class of 2024, the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV, the fourth graduating class, the class that started when Dr. Whitfield and I started. And I ask, is there a doctor in the house? Is there a doctor in the house? Congratulations, class of 2024. I'll ask everyone to wait, and the graduates will process out after the platform party.
Say, if you ever plan to move to West, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now you're going through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingsman, Georgia, Salisbury, Dito, won't you get hip to this time it's in when you make that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. Say, surely never move it to the devil. Say, some the day don't lay, love up, lay, set over the Lord, let all day. Show for the day, show for the days, show for the people. She did up a bed on that day, boom, day, do they, that day. Say, boom, day. Come on, play.